Starting this month in May, finding a home online is about to get a little bit harder, and we have Zillow to thank for that.
What did you say?
Yes, Zillow will no longer be showing exclusive listings that were not publicly listed on multiple listing. And then once they get posted to multiple listing, they're still not going to show those homes. Yeah, and you're probably saying, what the heck are you talking about? All right, let's get into this right now, guys. This is really important. Okay, so what gives Zillow? Why are we doing this? Okay, this is Zillow's response in regards to the rise in exclusive, or also known as pocket listings. And it's also a response to the latest change to the clear cooperation policy set by National Association of Realtors. You're like, what does that have to do with this? Let's start up by saying, what is an exclusive listing? An exclusive listing is where somebody wants to market their home, they put it up for sale, but they don't want it put out to the multiple listing service. Okay. Now, there's a lot of arguments about this, about these pocket listings or exclusive listings. So for example, the company Compass Realty, they implemented a new multi-tier marketing strategy for their sellers where they can list their home, but it would only be exclusive to Compass Realty and it'll be on Compass's website. The sellers can choose to delay marketing their home to the multiple listing service. Now, a lot of people are saying, why would one do that? Don't you want to get as many eyes as possible? Yeah, you do. But the National Association of Realtors has realized that they need to give sellers the option of how they want to market their home. So the National Association of Realtors updated their clear cooperation policy where if you have a house you're going to be marketing, the clear cooperation policy states that that home needs to be uploaded to the multiple listing service within 24 hours of that home being publicly marketed. So now they made an update to that to give sellers the option to delay putting it on multiple listings. So they created a provision, and that provision is called delayed marketing exempt listings. Again, why would people do this? Why would people not want to put their home out on multiple listing for the world to see? Well, there's a couple of schools of thought about this. And one of the reasons being is for privacy reasons. They want to sell their house, but they don't want the world to see their pictures of their homes online. They just don't. And okay, so be it. That's fine. I can respect that. Sometimes sellers will want to delay the public marketing of their home if they're in a situation where they do need to sell the house, but the house isn't 100% ready to be shown yet. I've heard this scenario quite a bit, where as they're getting the house ready, they'll put it as an exclusive where the listing agent will still be able to bring buyers in to show the home while they're still getting it ready to be publicly marketed. And in some cases, in this crazy market, homes have been sold that way. Right? There's been a lot of off-market sales. Another reason why people would want to do an exclusive listing is to test the market. And Compass talks about this a lot. Like if the seller has in mind a certain price and the listing agent says, yeah, maybe you would get that, maybe not, they would put that as an exclusive to test it out. Now, yours truly can attest to this because I actually did this a year ago. And I will tell you right now, I'm not a fan of exclusive listings. I'm just not. If you're going to sell the house, you need to sell it, put it out for the public to see. Now, the only reason why I agreed to do an exclusive listing is because my clients were curious to see if they would get the price that they had in mind. I didn't agree with their price. I had to be lower. I'm sorry to say, but I felt it had to be lower. But I said, okay, let's test it out. We'll put it as an exclusive. We'll test it for a couple of weeks, see what happens. Now, because in my market, homes were still selling pretty quickly. I said, let's see if we get people in. Now, if we got some people in, we didn't get a ton of showings, but the showings that we did get, no offers are made. And the feedback was the home is overpriced. So we went on live to multiple listing several days later and we put it in at my price, and yeah, the house sold and all the things. So.
Okay. Go.
This is another reason why people would choose to do an exclusive listing. Now, Zillow's argument is they feel that this is unfair to buyers. If these homes are only going to be marketed through a specific brokerage where you have to go onto that brokerage's website, or you happen to see a social media post where a home is being offered for sale, they feel that that's not fair because it's limiting the number of eyes that are going to get on that home. A lot of buyers could potentially miss out on buying their dream home, right? Because it's not out for the world to see. So now what Zillow is saying, they want to be aligned with NAR's clear cooperation policy where if you're going to publicly market a home, it needs to be uploaded to multiple listing within 24 hours. So what Zillow is saying, if that home is an exclusive, it wasn't uploaded to multiple listing service within that 24 hours, they're not going to show it at all. Meaning, even if after the fact they go exclusive for a couple of weeks and they decide to put on multiple listing, Zillow's still not going to show it. So here's my issue. Zillow is here claiming that they're standing up for the buyer, and it's not fair that, these companies are not accessing multiple listing. Therefore, Zillow, because once you put on multiple listing, it's fed through a feed called IDX, and it goes out to Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, all those places. So they feel, okay, if you're not going to put that out for the whole world to see, we're not going to put it out there at all. What are you doing? What are you doing? You say you want transparency. Now you're turning around as a retaliation. If you're going to put it as an exclusive for 2 weeks, just don't even bother putting it on Zillow at all. We're not going to show it. Make it make sense, Zillow. Make it make sense. Here's the thing. I want to share a little fact with you guys about how Zillow operates, how Zillow makes their money. They make their money off of us, the real estate agents. No, I don't pay anything to Zillow, but just saying, Zillow makes money off of real estate agents buying their leads. Okay, so this is how this works. You're scrolling through Zillow and you're not working with a real estate agent. So you click on the home on Zillow and it says contact an agent. So you hit contact an agent and you're going to be directed to an agent, but it's not the listing agent for that property that you're interested in. You're going to be connected to an agent who just paid thousands of dollars a month to get your information, to get you as a lead. Yes. Years ago, it used to be when I would list a home, I put on multiple listing service, that's fed to Zillow, and people would be contacting me, the listing agent. Wouldn't you want to be talking to the listing agent to get all the information about that house, right?
Right. I totally agree.
So now what Zillow does is they have this thing called the Premier Agent where people will pay, I'm not kidding you. I've heard of agents paying a minimum $2,000 to even like upwards towards $10,000 or more a month for leads. So you're going to be connected to that Premier Agent who really knows nothing about that property. No, they don't. So this is how Zillow's making their money. So their argument is, if you have an exclusive listing, it's not going to be fed to their website. So less people are going to see the homes for sale, and they're not going to be clicking on the home and getting directed to an agent who's paying thousands of dollars for those leads. And yeah, so you see where I'm going with all this, right? Okay, what does one do? How are we going to handle this? Well, here's my recommendation. I don't have the exact date of when this policy is going to take effect, that Zillow is not going to be showing exclusive listings. I don't think it's going to impact a ton of homes. I don't. I mean, not everybody does exclusive listings, but what I would do is I would start searching those websites like Compass, even Coldwell Banker, even, you look on social media. If you follow certain real estate agents, check out their pages to see if they have any off-market exclusive listings for sale. Here in New Jersey, the way we market our exclusive listings is, believe it or not, there are documents that are on our multiple listing service, which indicates homes that are exclusive. The only thing is they don't have the address. It only has the agent's name, the town that the property is located in, and that price. So then that buyer agent has to contact that listing agent that's on that exclusive list to get more details about the property. So that's how it's done here in New Jersey. Not sure how it's done in other states, but that's how it's done here on the New Jersey multiple listing service. So what's my point? My point is align yourself with a buyer's agent that would be able to search these off-market properties for you. So there you go. In preparation for this, that's what I would do. Get yourself a buyer's agent and search all of the company websites like the Compasses and all those places to see if there are off-market properties for sale. I'll be honest with you, I hope Zillow backpedals on this one and doesn't move forward with this, because again, they're being such hypocrites here, because they're saying they're all for the buyer and it's not fair. It should be, we should be showing all the homes anyway. Yet then you turn around and say, well, guess what? If your home's listed as an exclusive, we're not going to show it. Come on. You're hurting their true consumer, which is the home buyer. Let's do better, Zillow. Okay. Let's just do better. That's my opinion on that one. Tell me, what do you guys think about this? Does this worry you that you're not using Zillow? And listen, I did a poll a while ago asking, where do you guys search for your homes the most? And I got to tell you, like almost like 70% of you search on Zillow. So just to cover yourselves, look at other websites, look at other brokerage websites just to see if you're missing out on exclusive listings, and get yourself a buyer's agent. And speaking of real estate agents, if you need to be connected with a real estate agent, whether you're selling or buying a home in your market, don't forget to click that link down below, fill out those forms, and I will get you connected to an agent in your market. Thank you so much for watching me today to get your dose of real estate reality. My name is Jackie Baker, and I will see you next time.